I don't know. I'm not really going to freely admit to having done this, but maybe you've heard me use the term quantitative easing before. Don't change the channel. Just hold on for a second. Before your eyes glaze over, let me say it's a technical term that when the economy is in deep trouble takes on a simpler meaning for all of us. Simply put, it means the Federal Reserve is going to be spending some money, lots of it, to try to pump up the economy. Now, Christine Romans is with me here in New York this afternoon. She's going to help me take this apart and explain to you how it's going to play out. If you are like us, Christine, you get emails these days that have QE2 in the subject line. And I keep thinking back to this cruise ship, the QE2, and the Fed is going to have, let me see, we got a picture of the QE2 that we can show you because this is what I'm thinking about.
A big old slow-moving
There we go. Okay,
ship.
that's what I think about. This has got nothing to do with it, but we're talking about QE2 right now. What does QE2 mean?
QE2 means basically that the Fed wants to stimulate the economy, that it can't lower interest rates by the way it usually does by setting the Fed funds target.
So it's a second round of quantitative easing. It's QE is quantitative easing.
That's right. And it basically means the Fed is going to try to juice the economy, to pump more money into the economy. They're going to do that we think, in a couple of ways. Maybe buy back assets, buy back Treasury securities. They buy them off the market.
Right. That puts money into the market. It means the Fed buys these bonds back, and people now have money. So there's more money in the system.
That's right. The question is how much. The question is when. The question, will it work? Some people are saying it's more like the SS Minnow than the QE2. There are a lot of people already, the pundits
we don't know a ton. What do we know? What has Ben Bernanke said that makes us think this is going to happen?
10 words he spoke on October 15th where he said there would appear to be a case for further action. And it doesn't look like a lot, those words, those 10 words. It looks like mild-mannered econo-speak, right? But those 10 words electrified people who watched this.
Shot markets up.
Because it means hundreds of billions of dollars, they think, into the economy. Those 10 little mild words could be hundreds of billions of dollars. And
this is just one example, but you've got the Wall Street Journal here. But any major business publication has it. Fed gears up for stimulus. This is what everybody's talking about.
The question is how much? Will it be enough? Now, one of the reasons why the stock market's down today is because now the flavor of the day is that it's not going to be enough. That it won't be enough.
But we don't have it yet. We don't know yet.
We don't know. We'll probably know next week because next week the Fed has a 2-day meeting where it talks about interest rates.
Tuesday and Wednesday. One of those days will be occupied with election coverage.
Exactly.
On Wednesday afternoon, they'll come out and say, this is what we're going to do.
And you'll still be talking about elections, and I'll be going, Allie, look. And I'll hopefully know then what's going to happen here with quantitative easing.
And ultimately, for our viewers, does it mean lower mortgage rates? Does it mean for small businesses that there'll be more money to borrow? What does it mean? Because part of the problem is, why has it not trickled down to regular people?
And that's what the goal is of this. But will it? That's the big debate. Is it going to be enough? And what's happening is inflation is low and the economy is still weak. The recovery is still weak, and the Fed wants to get out there and start pumping up the economy again and get more money flowing again. You're right. So that people can borrow homes, so they can borrow money for cars, so that they can get money for their small business, so that the economy is moving a little more quickly, so that the pace of the recovery is a little more robust. That's what they like.